In the spirit of a month after Halloween, today I'm going to tell you about some dumb things I remember being scared of as a kid. Number 1. Worms. I remember for a short stretch I was really freaked out by worms. Only the big ones though. Now it wasn't because they were slimy or because of how they wriggled around or anything like that. It was because I was afraid they would bite me. Why did I think they would bite me, you ask? Well, because of Jimmy Neutron, of course. Let me explain. There was that one episode where Jimmy's teacher, can't remember her name, got shrunk down to like an inch tall, and a worm came out of her apple. And it opened its mouth and had just rows of razor sharp teeth. Now I thought that looking back at this video as an adult, I'd see that it wasn't scary at all. But no, I can understand how younger me was freaked out by this. Look at that! Look at that thing! Look at all those teeth! It looks like Pennywise the Clown. Anyways, I remember one day my mom was digging up some hostas to transplant them somewhere else. And when she pulled one up, tangled up in its roots was this huge earthworm. Mom was like, "Hey Ben, look at this huge worm. Wanna hold it?" And I was like, "No thanks, Mom, I'm good." But in my head, I was like, "No thanks, Mom, it's gonna bite off my finger." Number 2. Also a TV-inspired fear, the TRex Skeleton from Night at the Museum. Now, in the movie, it turns out the T-Rex isn't actually dangerous or ferocious at all. In fact, it acts like a big playful puppy. It's an ironic joke. But in the trailer for the movie, they didn't want to reveal that punchline, so the T-Rex was portrayed in an intimidating way. And it scared younger me. I was scared that an actual magically reanimated T-Rex skeleton was going to get me. Okay, I was like 7 years old at the time. Cut me some slack. Number 3. Couch. Oh, what? Well, you need me to explain this one too? Couch isn't enough information? Okay, fine. This is when I was really young. I'm kind of surprised I still remember it, even if just a little. There was this 2-seater couch in our living room. My room and my parents' room were on the opposite sides of the living room. So if I wanted to go to my parents' room late at night, I'd have to pass by this couch, which I remember was right up against a large window, which made it look particularly ominous in the moonlight, and I thought it was going to sprout angry eyes and teeth and eat me. Moving on, number 4, sharks. I was always scared that when I was swimming, I would be attacked by a shark. Now, I know what you're thinking. This one's a little more reasonable. Fear of sharks is pretty common, even among adults. Well, here's the thing. I've never actually swam in the ocean before. I've never even seen the ocean before. I live in Minnesota. I'm literally over 1,000 miles away from the nearest ocean. The odds of 10-year-old me getting attacked by a shark in any of the lakes I swam in as a kid was, well, on the lower end of the spectrum.
Actually, Ben, bull sharks inhabit the Mississippi River, which runs all the way up to Minnesota, and there have been documented cases of bull sharks in Minnesota.
Okay, I know. It was still very unlikely.
Actually, Ben, sharks are not nearly as dangerous as people think. Movies have given us the misconception that sharks are bloodthirsty, man-eating machines, but you're more likely to be killed by lightning than by a shark.
I know! I didn't say it was a reasonable fear. I just said it was reasonable to have as a kid because—
Actually, Ben, I wasn't going to comment either of those things. Why are you getting so angry and preemptively responding to comments that people might not have even intended on making?
Shut up! Number 5. These hand dryers. This one was when I was a bit older, actually. I'd guess middle school, maybe early high school. Also, this wasn't really a lasting fear. I just remember I was at some store, and in the bathroom they had these Airblade whatever hand dryers. It was the first time I'd seen one like that. They had the opening where you insert your hands, and these slots where the air would come out. Except I thought, what if instead of air, saw blades came out and cut my hands off? Hey, like I said, I'd never seen or used one of these hand dryers before. I couldn't know for certain that blades wouldn't come out. No, obviously it was a ridiculous thing to worry about. Probably wouldn't be very good for business for the store or for the hand dryer manufacturer if their hand dryers were actually traps that cut people's hands off. I feel like they'd get some complaints about that. Now, I can't remember if I used the hand dryer that day or if I just wiped my hands off on my pants, but I can proudly say that I have since used these weird hand dryers several times now, and I don't even flinch anymore. I just stick my hands right in there like a boss. Well, that's all for now. If you feel like commenting, I would be interested to hear some of the dumb things you guys were scared of as kids. Might make me feel a little better about my dumb childhood fears. With that said, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next video where I will talk about something else.